What's good, y'all? It's your boy Evil, you know what I'm saying, with another division build. This will be the 1.8.3 classified Hunter's Faith. Hope you guys, understand, like this build. This build circle around nothing but headshot, and then now they listen, try to keep your stacks up just like Striker, but this is the marksman rifle version. So I hope without further ado, let's get straight to the build. If you guys new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button on it. Alright, let's get straight to it. So, running Hunter's Faith. So I went straight 10k firearms with this build, just like this in my dead eye. So I went straight 10k firearms build because, like I said, you're circling around like nothing but Hunter's Faith. So I took my time with it when I was making this build. So with the first foremost, let's go for the weapons. So when you're running this build, you want to go for this in for prepared and brutal. Brutal is the #1 talent so far when you're running Hunter's Faith, because Hunter's Faith is always circles around between headshots. It's always headshots. So I went for prepared and brutal. Why prepared? Listen, now if you do get one, try to, if you want to take away elevated, if you do take away elevated, go for deadly. I don't, listen, that's the reason I go for deadly is because it's no matter if they're away from you or they're close to you, you're always gonna have that deadly, period. So I mean, elevated, I like, listen, I like elevated because when you're sitting high up, you get the extra 10% and more damage. But brutal and prepared is a very crucial because you're playing with a marksman rifle, so of course you'll be away, and then you're aiming with headshots with Hunter's Faith, so you want that brutal. So I'm running the VX1 scope, you know what I mean, because the major is 18% headshot damage, create chance for this, and I'm also running accuracy and stability because I want to keep my gun nice and stable so that way it won't move around a lot when I'm shooting. 18% create damage from the minor. I'm using the Omega rifle suppressor, so another 18% create damage on the headshot damage, create damage 4%, 3% create chance. And then a steady mag, of course, because I don't use rate of fire for these because you're using a marksman rifle. So I went for 120% of maximum size, create chance, create damage. So you don't need rate of fire because you're shooting a marksman rifle. So it ain't like you're shooting an assault rifle. So go to the character stats. I'm sitting at a 22.50 on the create chance, and my headshot damage is at 234%. So for instance, we use Hunter's Faith. So keep this in mind when you have this much damage, and then you just landing your shots in. When you just literally just trying to hit your shots in and try to hit as hard as possible. And then I will show you the damage and outcome of that. All right. Now, that's these both bulk actions. So now I'm going to go for the M700 carbon. The classic M44 carbon. Brutal, prepared, accurate. Like I said, I really wish I had this and deadly, but you can't play with the custom M44 if you really want to. You can play with the Hunter M44. I really wish I had the custom because it has the grip on it, but this will do until the time being until I find one. But you do want to use the custom M44 because it has that grip. But 184K, I'm saying for the base, same, I'm saying 171K for the M700. So I'm running brutal, prepared, accurate. So that accuracy give a very nice, good accuracy on it. So character stats: 25.50 on the crit chance for a marksman rifle, 239% for my headshot damage, and as you can see, my accuracy is only 2%. But then if I go, go here, accuracy 25%. So that's so far as my M44. So that's 25% for that, 234, 22.50, and it hits extremely hard, especially when you have all this headshot damage. So same thing for my M700 carbon. The only difference is just got the headshot for the majors because it got that brutal on it. So pretty much this is exactly how you want to run Hunter's Faith. 10k firearms, go straight headshot damage because that's exactly what Hunter's Faith is built around, just like Citrus Car. So Citrus Car is getting stacks. Same thing for the marksman rifle for this particular build, except you're using marksman rifles and then you just landing stacks in and getting a big damage just like Striker. So build wise, it's eye damage, resilience, health, ammo capacity. So it's set as eye damage resilience because you're gonna be in the cut. I'd rather have armor damage here. It set as eye damage resilience, and I'm running 1% crit chance firearm mods for this build. Mask. Run a crit chance, damage to elites, real good for PvE. And this, I mean, if you have a hell of an aim without using those bullshit ass hacks, when folks want to use hacks and all that shit and they got no skill. I mean, if you got a hell of an aim to go for this build, if you can land your shots in, but if you don't, then I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like extremely hard landing headshots when you're playing PvP. If you do land it in, make sure you make your shot. If you do want to play this build PvP wise, make sure you make your shots count. All right. Firearms, 263, 1384 on the firearms, this in 263 on the firearm mod, 1% crit chance. Knee pads, it said this is set destroyed. I'd rather have, I'd rather go, let me get shock resilience, you know what I mean? But guys, I tell you, better even gonna have it. So it said, since I'm already in the cut, let me get damage to elites, and then for major, let me get that, keep that health. I mean, you can go for enemy armor damage if you really wanted to. Same thing for the mask, same thing for the mask and for the vest. You can't go for enemy armor damage if you really want to make this enemy armor damage, but this is just based off all around crit chance and survivability. So I got that health on there, destroy, burn, disrupt, but I'd rather have damage to elites because this build can be really good for PvE. Firearm mods, 262, 1397 firearm mods, and then pulse crit chance mods. Alright. Backpack. Health, ammo capacity, rotor firearms. Firearm mod does that 263, 1% crit chance. Rotor firearms, 1391, and then 2% pulse crit chance mod, so I get that extra more crit chance when I'm running the marksman rifle. Gloves. Marksman rifle damage crit chance. I mean, like I said, you can't go for enemy armor damage if you want to run that PvE build. You can run, let's say you want to run a PvE build. You can put damage to these here, which is already is, and then put enemy armor damage here, put enemy armor damage here. For the major, put instead of health, enemy armor damage here, and then for the gloves, you can put for instead of crit chance, go for enemy armor damage to keep the crit damage, and then marksman rifle crit damage, and then for here, just keep health. And also for the holster, I went for crit chance, which is pretty low. Instead of missing 1% crit chance, we can make it a 23. They said firearms 1379, and then the stamps in the 1389. And of course, we're in the 2% pulse crit chance mod. So now, using a pulse, which gives me a 14.90 plus. If you look at my crit chance of 14.90 along with that crit chance, so it makes it this is way over this in the 30, this is way over 30, so about 36, yeah, 36%, 36, 35%. So just at 0.50, so yeah, 36% of the crit hit chance, and then mind you, I got that major over 200% of a headshot damage because you're using walking rifles, and then because you get stacks from Hunter's Faith, it makes it even way more harder. All right, abilities I run. I mean, you can run. I'm already run ammo cache. To be honest with you, and the main reason is because you don't want to run out of ammunition when you're using marksman rifle. So run the ammo cache. I mean, you can run the light support if you really want to if you're solo, but if you're in a group, run ammo cache. So this way you won't run out of bullets. This saying scrambler for your team. Solid prep. So for here, I really go for recovery link or the survival link. You're not gonna need no tech link for no marksman rifle because you're not using an assault rifle or nothing like that. So this saying, I mean, if you can go for it, but I don't see why would you use it. But other than that, I use survival link or recovery link. Talents. I run tactical advance, so cover to cover. So you're gonna be in the cover a lot when you're running this build. You know what I mean? A lot so far when using marksman rifle damage. So this way I can hit harder because you're always gonna be in cover. So I run tactical advance, precision, headshot, pulsing for 10 seconds. So I don't know where, but it's like listen, for some reason I feel like it gives you some type of crit chance when you're using precision. One is done is a must-have for this build. It's a very big must-have for this build. So headshot hostile has a 50% chance of not consuming the bullets. So that's a must-have for this build because you're aiming for headshots anyway. And if you're in group, which 9 out of 10 you are, you know what I mean? I mean, you can't run solo if you're playing like PvE wise with this build. If you want to just like do some side missions or whatever. But combat made if you're in group always. But if you're solo, I would go for a critical save. Listen for that time being because you're solo, and then if I wanted to, I mean, you just pretty much gotta keep moving when you're playing with this build because you got 10,000 firearms. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how this build works and then how it is, and let you know exactly how hard it can hit so far as PvP wise. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Now, mind you, keep in mind I'm in ambush, so you know what I mean, it hits even harder. So I know I'm in ambush right now and I'm pretty late making this video, but I want to show y'all how hard this build it hit anyway.
If you can get them out before blowing the lid off, I'd be grateful.
All right, get them out first, but don't jeopardize the mission. We're going in on your heels. The jailbreak ends here.
So as you can see, I was hitting 3 million. Because I had the outer cut because I had ambush, but just think in mind that if I didn't have ambush, I could still hit hard as fuck because I got the stacks though. So that didn't even take no longer than about take 5-10 seconds to kill all those NPCs because I'm running this Hunter's Faith build. So I hit real hard, and it really shocked the shit out of me to see that 3.2 million because I had so much crit chance, and mind you, you get like that pulse as well. So I hope you guys, let's say, like this build. This is this full 6-piece classified Hunter's Faith. So it's all about circling around with headshots. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys take the blueprint, and then you can make it out of the way how you're going to make it. But just keep in mind when you run this build, it's all about the headshots. It's always about the damage. It's always about the critical chance. And you can't run this build for PvE wise because you see how fast I just killed those NPCs without a problem by myself. No recovery link, not even no damage touched me. But without further ado, it's your boy Everson Reaper. Later. Peace.